You can use the titler to create rolling text, like rolling credits, and you can also use it to create crawling text, like text that crawls across the bottom of your screen. I'm going to show you how to do both here in this lesson. So go to Working Files, open up Projects, and then go on down to 1607 Rolling Crawling Text. This time we have a light orange solid to use in the background if you want to use that when you make the title. Now there are a couple of ways to start the titler to make rolling and crawling text, and a lot of folks will tell you to go to the Title menu item and then go on down to New Title and then select Default Roll, Default Crawl. But there really is no reason to do it that way. This looks like you have to do it this way, but you don't. You just open up the title the way we always open the titler. Go down to the New Item button here and click on Title. And then you say, okay, let's call this Rolling Crawling. Calling it both because we're going to do both with one. How about that? Now you're inside here for all the world looking like a still, but you can change it once you get inside. That's what I like about the titler. You don't have to open it a specific way. Once you get inside, you can choose templates, remember that, but you can also choose this. You can choose the roll crawl options. Click on that, and you have a still there, which is what the default thing is. But let's go on down to roll. And roll turns on these guys, and we'll get to these guys in a second. Click OK. Now some folks will tell you to use the area type tool and make a box for your credits, but you don't have to do that. You can just use the regular old type tool and just click here and start typing in whatever it is you want to have in your rolling credits. So I'm going to go credits, change the style to this default style there, go back inside here and then keep on typing. Press enter to make a new line, keep on going, more lines, down the page, more, and even more. And pretty soon it looks like we're going to run out of space, right? But what's going to happen is that this little scroll bar here on the right is going to give us some more space. When you go into the rolling credit mode, this little scroll bar appears to allow you to go up and down and look at all your text. So keep on typing down the page. Here we go. More. Let's hit enter a couple times. Even more. And done. And now you can view your text by using the scroll bar if you want to go back and edit it. But there you go. We've now created this rolling text. We can adjust its properties here. We can go back to this little guy here and click on that, and we can adjust the roll crawl options. It can start off screen. That means you won't see it. It'll be below the screen. So I click on that, it'll start below the screen, but there's no pre-roll anymore. The pre-roll means it just sits there for a while, and then it'll start rolling. The ease in says, how long does it take to get up to full speed? You can say, let's give it 60 frames to ease in. How about easing out? Well, we can give it, let's say, 30 frames to ease out to where it slows down to nothing. And then the post roll, how much time do you want to give it to get off screen, if that's what we want, or have it stop on screen? I'm going to give it a post roll of 30 frames, which means it's going to stop on screen and hold there for 30 frames until the end of the clip. Now I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to close this. That automatically brings out that rolling, crawling title. But notice it has a different icon than the standard titler icon. It's not a still image, it's actually a video. I'm going to bring it over here to the light orange solid and put it on top of that. And by default, it's 5 seconds long. If I play it, it's going to be done in 5 seconds. It's going to take 2 seconds to start up, then it's going to go along and whoa, it zips on by, and then it does that little slowdown at the end and stops. That's what we told it to do. You probably don't want it to go that fast, so you can adjust the speed by stretching it out or shrinking it. We're going to make it longer. And it'll take this long now to play. The speed is determined by the length of the clip. It takes a while to start up, and now it's going to start rolling on the page like that. Now it's really slow, right? And it'll get to the end. Let's see what happens to get to the end. It should stop. It'll slow down and then stop. And then sit there for 30 frames, and then be done. Let's change that and have it roll off the page all the way. So go back here, and we're going to have it roll off. We're going to say end off screen like that. Now this is grayed out, which means it has no effect at all. Click OK. Go back out of there. Now it's going to be changed. Let's see how it changes at the end now. It goes off the page now, and it goes off the page and stops. There we go. So that's how rolling text works. You determine how quickly it comes on the page, if it eases in or eases out. And the length of the rolling credits is as long as this clip is. You can adjust the length simply by dragging it out or shrinking it down. Pretty straightforward. Now I want to make crawling text. We could start from scratch, but it's more fun just to take this existing rolling text and turn it into crawling text. So double click on it to open it up in the titler. And what I want to do now is I'm going to switch from rolling to crawling. Now notice on rolling, we've got a scroll bar here, right there. I'm going to switch to crawling now by going up to here, clicking on this little button and saying, let's crawl instead. We're going to crawl left, meaning the text will go from right to left. We'll have the same other attributes here. Click OK. And now we get a scroll bar down on the bottom here. Nothing needs to scroll yet because we're not off the side of the page yet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to press delete at the end of each line, and go to the end of the line, spacebar delete, end of the line, spacebar delete, and keep on going like that until I get all those guys on one line. So end, spacebar delete, end, etc. I'll try to do this fast so you don't have to watch this. And now to see it, we've got the scroll bar down here because we did go past the edge of the page. That's a long bit of crawling text there. Probably want to position it at the bottom of the page, so I'm going to click on the selection tool and drag it down like that. We can put it anywhere left and right. It'll still start off the page to the right. So we're all done here. Click this and that automatically saves it in this new look, and there it is. I want to put it over here on top of this little thing that I created for this because I got this little background I want to try it on. So let's bring it over there, top there. See if I got it on the background or not there. Kind of just hit or miss there. Pretty close. What the heck? So I set up this little crawling thing on the bottom just to have a background. I already put some keyframes on it to have it appear on screen. Here we go. Let's see how this looks. It works basically the same way that rolling text works in terms of having it start off screen, having it ease in, and then it's going to stop off screen, but it'll ease out before it stops off screen, things like that. I'll move it along a little bit faster here. There we go. And we'll have this little bar follow it along there like that. So that's how you make rolling and crawling text. As a reminder, you don't have to use the title menu to access the rolling and crawling option. You can open the titler the same way we've always opened it by going down to the New Item button. And once you're inside the titler, you can choose rolling, crawling, or templates from within the titler. I prefer that kind of a workflow. I like working in a consistent way, and the titler lets you do that.